So the first one we're going to try is the Tooheys Old. And you notice I can go straight for that bottle without even having a look at it. Apart from the fact that I arranged them, that's very distinctive for me. That's the OG dark beer for the backyard brewer.
Right.
That's that would be the first dark beer I ever had.
Oh, okay.
And it was probably in a black and tan. You know what a black and tan is?
No.
It's half old, half new.
Oh.
So it's just poured into a standard midi or schooner glass, but they put half old in there,
right.
and half Tooheys Old, half Tooheys New.
Is that because you didn't like the taste of it? Or?
No, it was just a popular drink.
Okay.
Back in the, I'm going to say mid-80s, because I was old enough to drink then, but it's probably before that. So it's first brewed in 1869.
Wow.
So Tooheys is, well, it would be the original brewery in Sydney. Mm-hmm. And for years and years and years, all you could get in Sydney was either Tooheys or Carlton beers.
True.
It's a dark ale, so it's brewed with ale yeast, not lager yeast. Mm-hmm. And it says there are subtle notes of chocolate and roasted coffee.
Sounds nice.
We'll see.
Interesting, on the side of the bottle here, it says it's 99% sugar-free.
Yeah.
So will the darker beers be more sugar-free?
No,
more,
it depends
less
on
sugar?
It depends on what you want. So with these, they're going for a drier, crisper style of beer, not a sweet beer. So your sweeter beers have probably been brewed or fermented for less time to leave a little bit of sugar in there, or they've been brewed slightly differently so that it leaves some unfermentable sugars in there so that it keeps it sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. It is a dark beer.
It is.
So what was your original dark beer?
I'd have to say Guinness. I drank a lot of Guinness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, they marketed themselves as a vegan-friendly,
Yes.
didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how you get a vegan unfriendly beer. Because none of them are based on meat products.
No. Well, it's not vegans based on lack of meat. They're based on no animal
involvement.
Involvement, yeah.
So this one definitely wouldn't be vegan friendly because they cart it around with, still use horses.
Well, it is dark, isn't it?
Oh yeah. It's actually if you hold it up to the light, it's got a purplish hue in it.
I would say red almost.
Oh yeah. Ruby,
ruby red.
Yeah, but it is very dark against the dark background.
So yeah, it's a black.
Yeah,
it's a definite black beer.
Yeah,
but it's very like just looking at that, it's very clear.
Yeah,
isn't it? There's no haziness or even though it's dark.
Apart from the fact that it's a black beer.
But I mean, even when you look through it, you can't see any. There's no haze in it.
No, not like you get with some
pale.
Well, some of the pale ales that we looked at were quite hazy. Definitely getting the malt on the nose. Not a lot more. There's coffee there, but it's very subtle. It's not as robust as a lot of porters that I've tasted recently. Certainly not as robust as the ballistic stout that we tried, the Mexican hot chocolate stout.
Yeah.
And that's one beer that we don't have to try tonight, but we should give a review of it anyway.
One day,
we'll do that when we do the porter, when we do the stouts.
Would you say it's got a medium sweetness?
No, I'd say that's fairly dry.
Okay.
Fairly crisp.
But you don't get any sweetness at all?
No, certainly not from the malt. It probably feels sweeter because a lot of black beers and dark beers and porters and stouts have that real, especially the younger breweries, the more recent breweries are trying to pack a lot of punch into them, trying to put a lot of flavour into them. This is a very classic dark beer, very classic old dark beer. Nice lacing on the side of the glass. I'm not getting the chocolate on it.
I'm getting like a toast.
Yeah.
Like a toast taste. Like
toasted bread.
Yeah, like toasted bread, yeah. Now, I wouldn't say that the alcohol is very strong, as in it's not that detectable.
No. It's 4.4%.
Okay.
So that's a bit above mid-strength beer.
But I'm certainly getting like that toasty...
Yeah.
Toasty, in the malts, you sort of get that toasted taste. I would say like there's maybe a low sweetness in there. Body, I would say soft.
Yeah. Very nice mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's nice and soft. It's not mouth coating or anything like that. It's just sort of just nice and soft in there. So I'm following a sheet here, which is really, it's actually very interesting.
What have you got there?
Well, it's a little sheet that I found online, and it sort of gives you...
From craftbeer.com.
Yeah, craftbeer.com, which is the American craft beer
association.
Well, no, it's attached to the association, but they have some great resources, and especially for somebody who's learning about beer tasting.
Yeah.
It's a really good resource. So, yeah.
So anything above that, that's 20. Anything above that would be considered a dark beer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're called... So
that's like a medium brown.
So that's a brown, that's a dark brown, and that's a black. Yeah. I'm just following up here. Yeah. But no, it's good to read this, and then you sort of get the feeling like, and then even with the foam texture, you would say it's like your collar of foam and head retention, which I would say was quite moderate.
Yeah.
It sort of stayed there for a while.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Well, still got some head on the top.
Yeah.
There.
So, actually, you could probably even say it was good.
Yeah.
The foam texture was fluffy.
Yeah.
It wasn't mousse-like like you get in Guinness. Like that's very mousse-like.
Yeah.
But it was
again,
fluffy.
that's the nitrogen in it. Nitrogen forms much smaller bubbles.
Yeah.
Which is what makes it frothy and creamy
and the carbonation, even though you can't see it because it's a dark beer, but when we held it up,
you can see bubbles.
It's still carbonating.
Yeah.
So you can still see the bubbles rising.
I hold mine up, but...
You got none left already. Style, is it appropriate or out of style?
No, that's appropriate for the style. Given that beers like this set the style, it is the style.
Yeah. I think next time when we do this, I'm going to go into the pairing, what you should eat with these, with the beers.
Something like this. You got your roasts.
Roast yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I'm really keen on that. I'm really keen to learn what you can drink, what you should be eating with. You
certainly wouldn't drink this with a fish or something like that. That would be too delicate a dish.
Yeah. But even like with your cheeses, like what sort of cheeses would you pair with that? I know you'd say blue cheese, but I wouldn't.
I would. I'd quite happily sit down with half a block of blue cheese and some crackers.
Yeah, but that's not pairing with the thing. That's just because you love blue cheese. Yeah, the only reason I'm curious is because I think, like I want to learn more about beers.
Yeah.
From the sense of not just drinking it for the sake of drinking it.
Yeah.
Like drinking it to learn about it and drinking it to experience different styles with different things.
Yeah.
It becomes an experience instead of just, I'm having a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason I want to get into the pairing side of it is so that it becomes more of an experience when I'm drinking beer than just drinking a beer.
It's part of the enjoyment of it is enjoying it with food that goes with it. Same as, wine people will tell you the same thing. Mind you, honest wine people will say, drink the wine that you like to drink with the food that you're eating. So they don't say you can only drink white wine or a certain Chablis with fish.
Yeah.
They'll say, if you like to drink red wine with fish, then drink red wine with fish.
Yeah, but I think...
I personally wouldn't drink this with fish.
No. Oh, what about a swordfish?
Oh, yeah.
It's like one of those more meaty...
Your gamier Yeah.
Even a salmon, maybe.
Smoked salmon, yeah.
Yeah, something that's got a little bit more body in it.
Yeah.
Swordfish, I would try that with a piece of swordfish. I think that would actually sit nice with that.
Or even a seared tuna.
Yeah. Yeah. But definitely not your light, delicate white fishes.
No.
Yeah, but definitely roast meats, sausages. I could imagine eating like a bratwurst or one of those heavier sausages.
Yeah.